So there's been so much misinformation and disinformation on social media since late Friday night when Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson did an order Friday night, November 7, 2025, which was actually an administrative stay to push this case back to the First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, dealing with the Trump administration not trying to use the $4 billion in emergency funding to fund SNAP. So you've had a lot of people on social media talking about this and thinking that Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson sided with the Trump administration. That is not what happened. This was an administrative stay. This was a legal procedural maneuver, and it was not designed to help the Trump administration. So the defiant lawyer explains here in this quick video, stop listening to black social media disinformation and misinformation agents. These are probably the same ones that told you to vote for Donald Trump and not vote for Kamala Harris. I'm historian and national political commentator Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. I posted about this on my Facebook fan page, the African History Network, as well, and also provided you with an article from abcnews.com that deals with this. So this requires some in-depth legal understanding, but no, she did not side with the Trump administration. And this was a maneuver that kicked this case back to the First U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals for them to make a speedy decision. Check out this video. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
There are people online who are saying that Justice Jackson actually sided with Trump in denying SNAP benefits. That claim is utterly false. And here's what really happened. So the federal government shut down October 1st, 2025, right? And that was because Congress failed to pass a new budget. So the USDA said it had no legal funding for November's SNAP payments. Several nonprofits and cities sued the Trump administration and argued in court that they absolutely had some emergency and contingency funds that they could use to keep SNAP running. The judge in the case, Judge John McConnell, agreed and ordered the Trump administration to fully fund November benefits, about $4 billion. So the Trump administration asked the judge to pause or place his order on hold. The judge refused. Then the Trump administration appealed to the First Circuit Court of Appeals and also asked that court for an immediate administrative stay, which means they were asking the appeals court to put the lower court's order on hold temporarily. The First Circuit declined that request. But it did say, we will rule on this regular request for a stay expeditiously. Now, the Trump administration, with the deadline only hours away, went to SCOTUS and basically asked SCOTUS for the administrative stay so the First Circuit could finish its review. Now, Justice Jackson, she handles emergency matters from the First Circuit, and she granted Trump's temporary stay. All right. And that is standard judicial procedure. That doesn't mean that she agrees with Trump's stance on SNAP. So Justice Jackson was merely following protocol. She made a procedural call, not on the merits and not based on politics. Her order will end 48 hours after the First Circuit issues its ruling. That could be today, that could be tomorrow, that could be Monday, but it is coming really soon. They promised it. So she didn't cancel SNAP. She didn't side with Trump. She simply froze things. So the appeals court had ample time to consider Trump's request for a stay. And this demonstrates why Black Americans must stop getting information from non-experts in social media Roma meals, basically. Right? Too many people online spread this outrageous false information. That's not based on facts or any legal understanding. So the bottom line here, folks, is Justice Jackson did her job exactly as the law requires. And remember, stay woke.
History Network through PayPal and Cash App. We have the information right on the homepage of my website. If you scroll down, $ the AHN show through Cash App and through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. This is our Cash App. tag $ the AHN show, SHOW. When you go to it, it'll say Michael and show my picture there. Okay, these are some fake African History Network Cash App accounts that have been stealing money from us. And I put our tag right here. Here's our link to our Cash App, QR code. Okay, so you can support us there if you want to donate support us $5, $10, $15, $25, $50, $100, whatever it is. It definitely helps us keep doing the research, stay on the air, pay some of the bills, and broadcast the Sunday night show also. And here's our link for PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. Okay. All right. So look, we have to get out of here. Remember, at the African History Network, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right now it's correct your own behavior. It's not over till we win. We're kind of forever. We'll talk to you next time.